Men are moved by two levers only, fear and self-interest. Napoleon Bonaparte, they tell you hard work guarantees success. They lie, the world is rigged, the game is fixed. You weren't born with equal opportunity. Some players start with loaded dice. They control the board. This isn't about complaining, it's about seeing the truth. The sooner you accept this, the sooner you can play a different game, one where you make the rules. Society programs you to be a good little worker. Go to school, get a job, save your money, retire comfortably. That's the script. And it's designed to keep you exactly where they want you, compliant, predictable, and powerless. They don't want you questioning the system. They don't want you building your own empire. They need you to believe in the illusion. The truth is, wealth isn't built by following the rules. It's built by understanding them and then breaking them. It's about leveraging the system, exploiting loopholes, and taking calculated risks. It's about seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. It's about having the audacity to want more and the ruthlessness to get it. Forget everything you've been taught. The world doesn't reward nice guys. It rewards those who are willing to take what they want. This isn't an endorsement of cruelty. It's a recognition of reality. There are predators and there is prey. Choose wisely, because if you don't, someone will choose for you. The comforting lies they feed you are designed to keep you in your place. They want you to believe that success is a meritocracy, that hard work is all it takes, that anyone can make it if they just try hard enough. But that's a fairy tale. It's a convenient narrative that justifies the status quo. It keeps the masses pacified while the elite consolidate their power. Think about it. Who benefits from you believing these lies? The corporations who exploit your labor, the politicians who manipulate your emotions, the media that controls the narrative. They all have a vested interest in keeping you docile and obedient. They profit from your ignorance. We're not here to make you feel good. We're here to wake you up, to show you the harsh reality that most people are too afraid to confront, to give you the tools you need to break free from the matrix and create your own destiny. This won't be easy. It will require you to unlearn everything you thought you knew, to challenge your deepest beliefs, to confront uncomfortable truths about yourself and the world around you. But if you're willing to do the work, the rewards are beyond measure. The path to true freedom is not paved with rainbows and unicorns. It's a dark, treacherous road filled with obstacles and challenges. But it's the only road that leads to genuine power and fulfillment. Are you ready to walk it? Are you ready to face the truth, no matter how brutal? Are you ready to become the master of your own fate? The truth is, the world doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about your dreams. It doesn't care about your struggles. It only cares about results. If you want to succeed, you need to become results-oriented. You need to focus on what works, not what feels good. You need to develop a ruthless mindset, a relentless drive, and an unwavering commitment to your goals. Stop seeking validation from others. Stop trying to please everyone. Stop apologizing for your ambitions. The only person you need to impress is yourself. The only approval you need is your own. The world will try to tear you down. It will try to discourage you. It will try to convince you that you're not good enough. Don't listen to it. Believe in yourself. Believe in your vision. And never, ever give up. They tell you to be patient, to wait your turn, to play by the rules. But while you're waiting, others are taking what's rightfully yours. They're seizing opportunities. They're building empires. They're living the life you dream of. Don't let them. Don't wait for permission. Don't ask for approval. Take what you want. The world owes you nothing. This isn't about being reckless or irresponsible. It's about being strategic and decisive. It's about understanding the risks and rewards and making calculated decisions that maximize your chances of success. It's about being bold, daring, and unafraid to fail, because failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to success. The greatest obstacle to your success is not the external world. It's your own mind. It's the limiting beliefs, the negative thoughts, and the self-sabotaging behaviors that hold you back. You need to reprogram your mind for success. You need to cultivate a growth mindset, a positive attitude, and an unwavering belief in your own potential. They want you to believe that you're not capable. They want you to doubt yourself. They want you to stay small and insignificant, but you are capable. You are powerful. You are destined for greatness. You just need to unlock your potential and unleash your inner beast. The world is full of opportunities waiting to be seized, but you need to be proactive. You need to be resourceful. You need to be willing to take risks. You need to be hungry. You need to be relentless. And you need to be prepared to fight for what you want. This is not a game for the faint of heart. It's a brutal, unforgiving world, but it's also a world of incredible potential, a world of limitless possibilities, a world where anything is possible if you're willing to work for it. Are you ready to claim your piece of it? Forget the lies, embrace the truth. The world is rigged, but you can still win. The key to dominating this rigged game starts within the very architecture of your brain. Society programs you from birth to be docile, compliant, and average. They feed you a constant stream of limiting beliefs, designed to keep you trapped in a cycle of mediocrity. This isn't some grand conspiracy. It's simply the natural order of things. The powerful want to maintain their power, and the easiest way to do that is to control the minds of the masses. Therefore, the first and most critical step to claiming your place is to deconstruct this programming, brick by brick. You must become your own programmer, rewriting the code of your subconscious mind. This requires relentless self-awareness, a brutal honesty about your own flaws and weaknesses, and an unwavering commitment to personal growth. Understand that your mind is not a passive receiver of information. It's an active creator of reality. Your thoughts shape your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your destiny. If you constantly dwell on negative thoughts, you will create a negative reality. If you constantly focus on your limitations, you will limit yourself. But if you choose to cultivate positive thoughts, empowering beliefs, and a relentless pursuit of excellence, you can create a reality beyond your wildest dreams. This is not some new age feel-good mantra. This is the cold, hard truth of how the human mind operates. Most people are trapped in a state of perpetual reactivity. They are constantly reacting to external events, allowing their emotions to dictate their actions. This is a recipe for disaster. To truly master your life, you must learn to become proactive. You must learn to control your emotions, to manage your thoughts, and to respond to challenges with logic and reason. This requires discipline, self-control, and a deep understanding of your own psychological triggers. It means cultivating a sense of inner calm amidst the chaos of the world. It means training your mind to be a powerful weapon rather than a liability. They tell you to be humble, to be content with what you have, to not strive for more. This is a lie designed to keep you subservient. Ambition is not a dirty word. It's the fuel that drives progress, the fire that ignites innovation, and the force that separates the extraordinary from the ordinary. Embrace your ambition. Cultivate your hunger. Never be satisfied with mediocrity. Always strive to be better, to do more, and to achieve greater heights. Fear is a powerful emotion. It can paralyze you, cripple you, and prevent you from taking the risks necessary to achieve greatness. But fear is also a liar. It often exaggerates the dangers and downplays the rewards. To overcome your fear, you must confront it head-on. You must push yourself outside of your comfort zone, to face your challenges with courage and determination. The more you confront your fears, the less power they will have over you. You must condition yourself to become comfortable with discomfort. It's in those moments of discomfort that true growth occurs. Most people are afraid of failure. They see it as a sign of weakness, a reason to give up. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's an integral part of the process. Every successful person has failed countless times. They've learned from their mistakes, they've adapted to the challenges, and they've emerged stronger and more resilient. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Just be sure to learn from them. The world will try to tell you who you are, what you are capable of, and what you should believe. Don't listen to them. Define yourself. Create your own identity. Forge your own path. You are the master of your own destiny. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. The power is within you to create the life you desire. You must simply unlock that power and unleash it upon the world. They will try to break you, to demoralize you, to make you question your worth. Do not let them succeed. Your strength is your mind. Develop an unshakable belief in yourself, a conviction so strong that it can withstand any challenge, any obstacle, any setback. This is not arrogance. It's simply a recognition of your own potential. It's a refusal to let doubt and negativity hold you back. Believe in your ability to learn, to grow, to adapt, and to overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. This self-belief will be your shield against the world's attempts to diminish you. Surround yourself with people who support your ambition, who challenge you to grow, and who inspire you to be better. Avoid those who are negative, pessimistic, and envious. Your environment shapes your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your destiny. Choose your environment wisely. Cultivate relationships with people who will lift you up, rather than drag you down. Seek out mentors who have achieved the success you desire and learn from their experiences. They want you to be a sheep, blindly following the herd, but you are not a sheep. You are a wolf, a predator, an apex being. Embrace your instincts, trust your intuition, and never be afraid to challenge the status quo. The world is yours for the taking. Are you ready to claim it? Prepare your mind, prepare your body, prepare your spirit, and prepare to fight. Because the battle has already begun. The war for your mind, the war for your life, the war for your future, and only the strong will survive. The world operates on unspoken rules, power dynamics that are rarely acknowledged but constantly in play. Consider the corporate climber, the ambitious executive who sacrifices everything, family, health, personal integrity, for a seat at the table. They believe they're playing the game, mastering the rules, but they're often just puppets dancing to a tune they don't understand. They chase promotions, titles, and corner offices, accumulating wealth and status symbols, but they remain fundamentally unfulfilled. Why? Because they've traded their autonomy for approval, their individuality for conformity. They've become extensions of the corporation, cogs in a machine, their value measured solely by their output. They've convinced themselves that this is success, that this is the path to happiness, but it's a carefully constructed illusion. The corporation rewards obedience, not brilliance. It values predictability, not innovation. And it ultimately discards those who have outlived their usefulness, leaving them empty and disillusioned, wondering where their lives went. This is the trap of external validation, the seductive promise that happiness can be found in the approval of others. It's a lie that keeps you enslaved, a chain that binds your potential. The true path lies in internal validation, in defining your own values, setting your own goals, and measuring your success by your own standards. Think about the artist who compromises their vision to appease critics or cater to popular taste. They may achieve fleeting fame and fortune, but they've sacrificed their authenticity, their unique voice. Their art becomes a product, a commodity, devoid of passion and meaning. They become a hollow shell, a pale imitation of the artist they could have been. The same principle applies to any creative endeavor. When you prioritize external approval over internal integrity, you dilute your vision, you compromise your art, and you ultimately betray yourself. True creativity comes from a place of deep authenticity, from a willingness to express yourself without fear of judgment. It requires courage to defy expectations, to challenge conventions, and to stay true to your own unique vision, even when it's unpopular or misunderstood. The world is full of mediocre art, produced by people who were afraid to be different. Don't let that be you. Observe the politician who panders to special interests, who makes empty promises, who sacrifices their principles for votes. They may win elections, they may accumulate power, but they become morally bankrupt. They lose the respect of the people they are supposed to serve, and they ultimately become a symbol of corruption and deceit. This is the danger of prioritizing power over principle, of sacrificing integrity for political gain. True leadership requires moral courage, a willingness to stand up for what is right, even when it's unpopular or politically inconvenient. It requires honesty, transparency, and a genuine commitment to serving the public good. The world is full of politicians who are more interested in their own self-preservation than in the well-being of their constituents. Don't let that be you. Consider the influencer who promotes products they don't believe in, who creates a false image of perfection, who manipulates their followers for profit. They may gain a large following, they may amass wealth, but they become ethically compromised. They lose their credibility, they erode trust, and they ultimately become a symbol of superficiality and deceit. This is the trap of seeking validation through social media, of measuring your worth by likes and followers. True influence comes from authenticity, from genuine connection, and from a commitment to providing value to your audience. It requires honesty, transparency, and a willingness to be vulnerable. The world is full of influencers who are more interested in their own self-promotion than in the well-being of their followers. Don't let that be you. The common thread running through all these examples is the insidious influence of external validation. The desire for approval, acceptance, and recognition can be a powerful motivator, but it can also be a dangerous trap. When you allow external forces to dictate your values, your goals, and your sense of self-worth, you relinquish your autonomy and become a pawn in someone else's game. You become vulnerable to manipulation, exploitation, and ultimately, disillusionment. The key to escaping this trap is to cultivate internal validation, to define your own values, set your own goals, and measure your success by your own standards. This requires self-awareness, self-discipline, and a willingness to defy expectations. It requires courage to stand alone, to be different, and to stay true to yourself, even when it's unpopular or misunderstood. The world will try to conform you, to mold you into its image. Resist that temptation. Embrace your individuality, cultivate your unique talents, and forge your own path. Your worth is not determined by the opinions of others. It's determined by your own actions, your own values, and your own integrity. Never forget that. The trap is subtle, insidious. It begins with a yearning, a basic human desire to belong, to be accepted, to be loved. This yearning, left unchecked, morphs into a desperate need for external validation. You start chasing likes, followers, approval. You measure your worth by the number of compliments you receive, the size of your paycheck, the status symbols you accumulate. Each fleeting moment of recognition fuels the addiction, reinforcing the belief that your value lies outside yourself. You become a performer, constantly tailoring your words and actions to please your audience, sacrificing authenticity on the altar of popularity. The real you, the flawed, imperfect human being, is hidden away, masked by a carefully constructed persona. This is where the rot sets in. You lose touch with your true self, your passions, your purpose. Your life becomes a hollow pursuit of fleeting pleasures, a desperate attempt to fill the void within. The more you chase external validation, the more elusive it becomes. The goalposts constantly shift. What once seemed sufficient is no longer enough. You need more likes, more followers, more money, more status. The hunger is never satisfied. The irony is that the very thing you're seeking, genuine connection, authentic relationships, lasting fulfillment, is impossible to attain through external validation. True connection requires vulnerability, honesty, and a willingness to be yourself, flaws and all. But when you're constantly performing, hiding behind a mask, you can never truly connect with anyone. Your relationships become transactional, based on what you can offer, what they can give you. You're surrounded by people, but you're utterly alone. This is the ultimate tragedy of the external validation trap. It promises happiness, fulfillment, and belonging, but it delivers only emptiness, isolation, and a profound sense of meaninglessness. You're chasing a phantom, a mirage in the desert. The only way to escape this trap is to turn inward, to cultivate internal validation. This is a difficult, often painful process. It requires confronting your insecurities, your fears, your past traumas. It requires letting go of the need for approval, accepting yourself as you are, flaws and all. It requires defining your own values, setting your own goals, and measuring your success by your own standards. This is not to say that external feedback is inherently bad. Constructive criticism can be invaluable, helping you to grow and improve. But the key is to approach external feedback with a critical eye, to filter it through your own values and beliefs, to use it as a tool for self-improvement, not as a measure of your worth. Learn to discern the difference between genuine feedback and empty praise, between constructive criticism and personal attacks. Trust your intuition. Your gut feeling will often tell you whether someone is being sincere or simply trying to manipulate you. Cultivate a healthy skepticism towards authority figures, experts, and influencers. Just because someone has a large following or a fancy title doesn't mean they have your best interests at heart. Do your own research, think for yourself, and come to your own conclusions. Develop the ability to stand alone, to be different, to defy expectations. The world will try to pressure you into conforming, into following the crowd. Resist that temptation. Embrace your individuality, cultivate your unique talents, and forge your own path. The most successful people in the world are not those who blindly follow the rules, but those who dare to break them, those who think outside the box, those who challenge the status quo. The journey towards internal validation is a lifelong process. It requires constant vigilance, self-reflection, and a willingness to learn and grow. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, and temptations to fall back into old patterns. But don't give up. Keep striving to be your best self, to live in accordance with your values, and to make a positive impact on the world. Remember that your worth is not determined by the opinions of others, but by your own actions, your own values, and your own integrity. Focus on building a strong inner foundation, a sense of self-worth that is independent of external factors. This will protect you from the storms of life, from the inevitable disappointments and setbacks that everyone faces. It will also empower you to take risks, to pursue your dreams, and to live a life of purpose and meaning. The world needs more people who are driven by internal validation, who are motivated by a genuine desire to make a difference, not by the need for approval or recognition. Be one of those people. Lead by example. Inspire others to break free from the external validation trap and to embrace their true selves. The future of humanity depends on it. Your strength comes from within. The path to real power lies not in seeking approval, but in understanding the game. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. Morality is a tool, not a restriction. The world isn't fair, and playing by the rules gets you nowhere. You must learn to manipulate, to deceive, to exploit vulnerabilities. This isn't about being evil, it's about being effective. A wolf doesn't apologize for hunting sheep. It acts according to its nature. You must understand your own nature, your own strengths and weaknesses, and use them to your advantage. This requires a ruthless self-assessment, a willingness to confront your own flaws without flinching. Most people are too afraid to look in the mirror and see what's really there. They prefer to cling to comforting illusions, to believe that they are inherently good and that the world is just. But the truth is, everyone is capable of both great good and great evil. The key is to control your impulses, to channel your desires in a way that serves your goals. This requires discipline, self-control, and a clear understanding of your own motivations. Don't be swayed by emotions. Emotions are weaknesses to be exploited by others. Learn to detach yourself from your feelings, to see situations objectively, and to make decisions based on logic and reason. This doesn't mean becoming a cold, heartless machine. It means mastering your emotions so that they don't master you. Strategic thinking is paramount. Every action should be calculated, every word carefully chosen. Think several steps ahead, anticipate your opponent's moves, and plan your response accordingly. The best way to win a war is to avoid fighting it in the first place. Use deception, misdirection, and propaganda to weaken your enemies before they even realize they're under attack. Control the narrative. Shape public opinion to your advantage. People are easily manipulated by words and images. Learn how to use language to your advantage, to persuade, to convince, and to control. This requires a deep understanding of human psychology, of what motivates people, what scares them, and what they desire. Exploit their fears and desires to achieve your goals, but be careful not to underestimate your opponents. Everyone is capable of surprising you, of acting in unexpected ways. Be prepared for anything and always have a backup plan. Never trust anyone completely. Everyone has their own agenda, their own motivations, and their own interests. Even your closest allies may betray you if it serves their purpose. Keep your secrets close and only reveal what you need to reveal to achieve your goals. Information is power. The more you know, the more control you have. Gather intelligence constantly, analyze it carefully, and use it to your advantage. Cultivate a network of loyal followers. Surround yourself with people who are competent, trustworthy, and dedicated to your cause. Reward loyalty and punish betrayal. But be careful not to become too dependent on your followers. They may eventually turn against you if they feel that their needs are not being met. Inspire loyalty through vision, through offering something greater than themselves, a cause worthy of sacrifice. Lead by example, demonstrating the courage and commitment you expect from your followers. A true leader earns respect, not demands it. The goal is not simply to accumulate power for its own sake, but to use it to achieve a specific purpose. What do you want to accomplish? What kind of world do you want to create? Define your goals clearly and then develop a strategy for achieving them. This requires a long-term perspective, a willingness to delay gratification, and the ability to persevere in the face of adversity. The path to power is not easy. It is filled with obstacles, challenges, and setbacks. But if you are willing to learn, to adapt, and to persevere, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Embrace the shadows. Learn to operate in the gray areas where the rules are less clear and the opportunities are greater. Don't be afraid to take risks, to push boundaries, and to challenge the status quo. The greatest rewards often come from taking the greatest risks. Above all, maintain a sense of self-awareness. Understand your own strengths and weaknesses, your own motivations and your own biases. Be honest with yourself about your flaws and work to correct them. Never stop learning, never stop growing, and never stop striving to become the best version of yourself. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Be careful not to let power go to your head. Stay grounded, stay humble, and stay true to your values. The ultimate test of a leader is not whether they can acquire power, but whether they can use it wisely and justly. Remember that power is a tool, not an end in itself. Use it to create a better world, to help others, and to leave a lasting legacy. This is the true measure of success. The world is a chessboard, and you are a player. Learn the rules of the game, master the strategies, and make your moves with precision and purpose. But always remember that the game is not the only thing that matters. What matters most is what you do with your power and the impact you have on the world. Choose wisely. The world is waiting. The whispers of the elite are not about fairness, they are about advantage. The comfortable lies you've been fed are designed to keep you docile. They tell you to play nice, to wait your turn, to trust the system. But the system is rigged. The game is fixed. And the only way to win is to understand the rules and then break them. This isn't about anarchy, it's about liberation. Liberation from the shackles of societal expectation, from the chains of manufactured morality. It's about recognizing that you are not a cog in the machine, but a force of nature. You have the potential to shape your own destiny, to create your own reality, but you must be willing to seize it. You must be willing to fight for it. You must be willing to shed the illusions that have been holding you back. The world is full of sheep, bleeding and following the herd. Don't be a sheep, be a wolf, be a lion, be an apex predator. Embrace your primal instincts, your natural aggression, your inherent will to dominate. Channel these forces into productive pursuits, into the relentless pursuit of your goals. Don't apologize for your ambition. Don't be ashamed of your desire for success. These are not flaws, they are strengths. They are the engines that drive innovation, that fuel progress, that separate the winners from the losers. Control is paramount. Control of your emotions, control of your environment, control of your destiny. Don't let others dictate your path. Don't let them define your limits. Don't let them steal your dreams. You are the master of your own fate. You are the captain of your own soul, but mastery requires discipline. It requires focus. It requires a relentless commitment to self-improvement. Sharpen your mind, hone your skills, and strengthen your body. Be prepared for any challenge, any obstacle, any threat. The world is a dangerous place and only the strong survive. But strength is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, and spiritual. Cultivate all aspects of your being and you will become an unstoppable force. The masses crave guidance. They are lost, confused, and searching for direction. Be a leader. Offer them a vision, a purpose, a cause to believe in. But don't be a demagogue. Don't exploit their fears and insecurities for your own personal gain. Use your power to uplift them, to empower them, to inspire them to achieve their full potential. A true leader serves others, not the other way around. The price of greatness is responsibility. Don't be afraid to stand alone. Most people are afraid to go against the grain, to challenge the status quo, to speak their minds. They prefer to conform, to blend in, to avoid conflict. But conformity is the enemy of progress. It stifles creativity, it breeds mediocrity, and it ultimately leads to stagnation. Dare to be different. Dare to be yourself. Dare to express your unique perspective, even if it's unpopular. The world needs more independent thinkers, more original voices, more courageous individuals who are willing to stand up for what they believe in. Authenticity is a superpower. People are drawn to those who are genuine, who are honest, and who are true to themselves. Don't try to be someone you're not. Embrace your flaws, your imperfections, and your quirks. These are the things that make you unique, that make you interesting, that make you valuable. The world is a stage and you are the star. Write your own script, direct your own scenes, and create your own masterpiece. Don't let anyone else